Okay, so welcome to this second video. In this video, I will be talking on something different. We'll be looking at how to identify the silver waste, equipment, chemicals, and actually where to get them. Okay, so getting these stuffs are not actually that hard. So they're actually easy. It's not rocket science. So that you can lay your hands on them around where you're living, wherever you are, and then get cracking. So quickly, let's take a look at the waste first. And what are the wastes we're looking at in silver extraction business? Here we go. Extra films, wonderful. Extra film. Now, extra film is a wonderful waste. It's one of the solid wastes we use in silver extraction, and it's awesome. It contains silver and it is silver rich. Let's take a look at it and let's actually understand more about extra films with regards to silver extraction. Now, extra films are used by hospitals in the radioactive production of images. All right, so it's passed through that should be a radioactive device or machine that actually helps the image to be fixed on the X-ray. Okay, so what makes the image to form on the X-ray film is the silver highlights on the film. So during the process of image formation, some of the silver is given up so that the image can be formed. So some silver are actually given up from the X-ray so that the image can be formed. So wherever image forms, know that silver was present there before and there's no more silver there, and that's why the image can actually form. Okay, now once that is done and the image is formed on the extra film, the extra film is then used for the intended purpose by the doctor, after which it is discarded to the radiography section rather. Now, that extra film is rich in silver. Any black area on extra film is complete silver. Any black area. Now, those black areas you see in the extra films, take a look at them here. Those black areas are actually silver. Okay, and that's what we're talking about. Now, so our duty now is how do we get these black areas off? How do we extract the silver in all of these black areas? Because that's where the money is. Alright, so let's go ahead. Now, most of these films have been kept in hospitals for a long time. Just step in there, meet the radiographer in charge, discuss with him, and you'll be good to go. Don't meet the doctor. People make the mistake of going to meet the doctor. Don't go there. Get straight to the radiography units where they actually take x-rays. Meet the fellow in charge, meet the radiographer, meet whoever is in charge. Let them know that you need the x-ray. Now, most of them might ask you what for. Well, what I do is simple. I tell them I'm into recycling, alright? So I recycle the x-ray so we can produce more x-rays for you. That's what I tell them. Of course, because after you're done recovering the silver, yes, those that will buy from you never can say what they will use the silver to do. Maybe they could use it to actually produce more x-ray. Okay, so you let them know you are a recycler, and once that is done, you can easily strike a deal, and then they give you the extra films. You might even be coming back for more later on. All right, and you might even be lucky because most of this radiography unit, they have x-ray installed that's been there for ages, for many years, and that's money for you if you can get such. Okay, so just step in there, meet the radiographer in charge and discuss with him, and you'll be good to go. Also know that the extra films will become very clear after recovery, yes, so you can still sell the films to a printing press or paper mill or stationery outfit, who then will use it for spiral binding purposes, or sell it to bookshops or business centers who use it for spiral binding purposes. So yeah, and if you understand how the spiral binding stuff works, I'm sure most of the time you've seen those stuffs that have been spiral banded, most of those sheet of paper spiral banded, that blue foil behind, and that's actually extra film. That's how it is. Okay, so once all those black stuffs are out, it becomes that blue in nature. And you can actually sell those stuffs out to a stationery unit, to any publishing outfit, and they'll definitely pay you for it. And okay, you can go along with that. Alright, so take a look at the x-ray once again, the way it is. That's the way an x-ray is. Once again, the black region in the x-ray is actually where the silver is, and that's what we want to get out so we can start making some cool cash. Okay, so now let's check the next thing. Now, where do you get extra films? Your best shot would be the hospitals, basically the radiography session. So just get down to the radiography session and make your demand known. Orthopedic centers, yeah, these are places actually where they deal with human bones, and they take a whole lot of X-ray pictures as a result. Yeah, I happen to deal with some orthopedic centers, and I can tell you their stores are always rich. Yeah, they have a whole lot of extra film because that's what they actually use in the process. Okay, so the next place you might want to visit the dental clinic. There's one thing about dental clinics. Dental clinics actually they have a whole lot of silver rich waste. Yeah, sometimes I call the dental clinic harvest, and sort of a harvest center for all of this stuff, because their extra happens to be very, very rich. So if you have a dental clinic close to you, wow, that's wonderful, because that's a location that you must actually visit to get all of these stuff, because their wastes are actually so rich in silver. So they have X-ray out there in dental clinics. You just get down there and make your demand known. Okay, also check private X-ray centers around you. Yeah, there are a lot of people that operate private X-ray centers, so check on them and then get cracking. All right, let's move on. Thank you. Now the next waste we're looking at is what we call bleach. Okay, now bleach is not a solid waste. Bleach is a liquid waste. You can see the way it is. Yep, that's bleach. Okay, bleach is always coffee-like in color. Okay, it has this coffee color. All right, so when you see it, it's kind of deep brown. All right, if you scoop it and you look at it through a transparent container, you see how it is. It's coffee in nature, and this bleach, this waste, contains silver. You'd be surprised, it contains silver. And that's it. That's that should be 200 liters of bleach. That's awesome in that drum there. So you can get that. I actually get bleach. I work on bleach a whole lot, and bleach contains so many silver. Now let's quickly see what this bleach is all about, so you can understand it more. Now, it's a liquid chemical used up in photography, and is always rich in silver. Okay, so it's a photography liquid. Now, bleach is used in all photography labs around you, and I'm sure you will like this, because just like the hospitals, there is no location without a photography lab. So now I'm sure you're just thinking, where could a photography lab be around me right now? I'm sure you've been passing through those places before now. You never thought of this, that they could actually have what you want. They could actually have what could actually be giving you money. All right, so here you are. Here you are, and here you've got it for yourself. Now, the bleach is used in the photography machine to help position images well by displacing silver alloys from the photographic films. At a point the bleach is saturated with silver and can no more perform its duties, it is then discarded to a corner. Now this is where you come in. Now let me explain this. You see, every photography lab uses what we call film in the process of fixing images. Okay, the process of producing those pictures they actually give back to customers. Okay, so while they're using the film, they'll definitely have to pass the films through bleach. Now, bleach comes empty. Bleach comes naturally empty without silver. There's no silver in it when it is bought. So when it is now poured into the machine and then used to actually produce those pictures, in the process, silver is given up into this bleach. Okay, all of the chemical combination and everything, and from the films too, silver would definitely be given up, and it will deplete into this particular solution here. Now, the particular point in time, the bleach will no more be able to perform its duties, meaning it will not be able to actually fix pictures, okay, on all of those films. It won't be able to have the process of picture production. Why? Because it is saturated. Saturated of what? Saturated of so much silver in it. So when there's so much silver in the bleach, it becomes weakened and can no more work. So at this point, what happens? The operators will now discard the bleach to a corner. Now these days, most of them don't throw them away again. Before they used to throw them away. You can, of course, there are still places that throw them away because they don't understand the value, the economic value of that liquid. Though it's a waste, but there's money in it. Why? Because silver is right inside of it. So they keep it aside for anyone who wants to come and pick it up. Most of them know about that now. So that's where you come in. You just go there and then make your intentions known. Now, don't try to be very smart. Just let them know. Meet whoever is in charge, meet whoever is operating it, and then let the person know that you buy bleach. You buy bleach. Now, if he doesn't understand, if he asks you what bleach, if he doesn't understand what bleach is, you can use the word chemical. I buy chemical, the chemical you use in producing these pictures, then he will understand. All right. So just hit just try to reach a conclusion. Try to reach a particular price for the bleach. Most of them, you just give them something, all right, anything, and then it can go along and pick up your bleach. The good thing about this bleach is that you can actually run your recovery there at that location, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So let's get along and let's say this now. Get the bleach from them, like I've said. Give them a little cash and perform your recovery. The good thing about bleach is that you can recover the silver there at the point of pickup, and in less than an hour. You can do that in less than 1 hour. Yes, there. Recover your silver and off you go. So I recommend the bleach method for beginners, yes, because it's easy to do and also very cheap to start with. Yeah, very, very cheap, and it's easy to do. So I recommend this for everyone who wants to begin new. Get on with this one, and then when you see how competent you are, you can now go all out. So that's how a bleach looks like I told you. You may not be able to see it well here. When you go to photography labs, photography laboratories, where they wash films, then you definitely see what I'm talking about. So quickly, let's take a look at the next Wests. Okay, before that, let's talk about where do you get bleach. I told you photography labs. All right, so that's where you go and then make your intention known. Okay, the next West, wow, is what we call Fixer. Amazing. The chemical name for it is sodium thiosulfates. We call it the mother of all West. Why? Because it's very, very rich in silver. As a matter of fact, it's the richest West in silver. The richest West is so rich. A little of it can give you a whole lot of return. And I'm sure you will like it. You definitely like it. Okay, now, it's called the mother of all West, yeah, because in rock recovery, and it's also a liquid West, alright? It is a mother because it's a West that contains the richest amount of silver. I just said that. Now, Fixer is used up at digital color separation laboratories. Now, before any poster or handbill is printed, it is separated digitally using Fixer solution. Now, when the Fixer solution becomes too saturated with so much silver due to the reaction during image fixation on the films that are later used for printing and enough silver alloys depleted into the Fixer, it is then kept for disposal since it can no more perform its duties. As usual, you step in and get this rich Fixer for silver recovery. Yeah, almost the same process like bleach, but for this one, it is used at color separation laboratories. Now, a color separation laboratory is a laboratory that actually deals with separating colors for the printing of posters, handbills, and the rest of it. So that's what they focus on. And so, printers will definitely know where color separations are located. Now, make no mistake, not every printing press has a color separation lab. So when looking for a color separation lab, don't think every printing press will have it. Now, most of them might not have it, and as a result, most of them might not even know. Okay, so what you do is when you go to any printing press, ask them if they have a color separation lab. If they don't, then ask them to actually show you where you can actually get a color separation lab, okay, around there. Now, when they show you that, just go ahead, and when you get there, meet the operator, meet whoever is in charge. If no one wants to show you, tell them you want to separate color or whatsoever. You want to see the guy in charge, and when you meet him, let him know that you actually pick up fixers. Okay, you actually buy chemicals. If he doesn't know what fixer is, tell him you buy chemical. Now, fixer is transparent in color like water. Yeah, it's transparent in color. Sometimes it might be black. Okay, it might be black if it is mixed with what we call a developer, but normally it's always white. It's always transparent in color and clear. Okay, so that's what a fixer is. And unfortunately, there's no picture here to show you how a fixer is. Okay, but just follow the directions that I've told you about how a fixer is. Okay, that's it. So it's used to actually separate colors. And while it's being used in the process of separating colors for printing purposes, it becomes saturated with so much silver because silver has given up. And so the oversaturation now makes it unable to work, to perform its duties anymore. So it will now be discarded to the corner. And so that's where you come in to pick it up. And that's it about it. Now, where do you get fixers? Number one, you get fixers from digital color separation laboratories around you. I've told you what digital color separation laboratories are. Okay, so these labs actually separate colors for the purpose of printing. The next place you can get a fixer is from the hospitals. Yes, the radiography session. Now listen, fixers is actually what's used alongside X-ray films. So it is X-ray film that is being dipped into the fixer, okay, for the purpose of image fixation. So in the process, some silver will be left behind with the X-ray film, while a whole lot of silver will actually fall into the fixer solution. So with time, the fixer solution in the hospital there becomes saturated too and can no more be used. So that's where you go and then pick it up. So when you go to any radiography lab, you're looking for two things now. The way I've just told you, you're looking for X-ray and you're also looking for fixer. So the radiography section of the hospital is actually giving you two things, and that's awesome. The two rich West, and that's very, very okay, very awesome. So step in there like you did for the X-ray films. Ask whoever is your operator, tell him you pick up fixers or you pick up chemicals, and then reach an agreement with them and get rocking. The next place you can get a fixers at the dental clinic. Don't forget I told you that the dental clinic have a whole lot of rich West, so they also use fixers. Go in there and then make your requirement and ask them. That's awesome. Okay, quickly then, let's now identify the chemicals to be used and where to get them. Now, I've spoken about 3 West in particular, and this video is an update. The first time I came out with this, we spoke about extracting from CD plates, extracting from milers too, keyboard milers. But along the line, most of my students had issues with that, okay? And then we actually found out when we actually went on, because I give updates regularly. Now you've gotten this video, I'll be giving you regular updates that will benefit you. Okay, so we now realize that the milers and CDs in the market right now are actually not rich in silver. Not rich at all in silver. And so my students actually had issues. Okay, they spent a whole lot of time, but what they got wasn't tangible enough. So we now had to scrape that off until we're able to do something about it, or we're able to bring up something new. So we're actually working on a whole lot. You'll be receiving my updates regularly, and once we're able to get what we need, we'll definitely update you. So right now, we're going to put recovery of silver from CD plate and milers on standby because of the challenge my students face. So I wouldn't want you to also get along and face those challenges. So focus on these 3 words I've given to you right now. Personally, this is actually what I use. I work basically with 2 West. I work with fixer and I work with bleach personally. And if you saw one of the pictures I sent to you which I was actually testing, I was testing bleach. That was bleach. Another picture I just showed you right now. So focus on those 3: X-ray, bleach, and fixer, and boom, you'll be good to go. In fact, you won't forget that we even have milers and the rest available. Alright, quickly then, let's look at the chemicals that we use as we get along in this business. Alright. Most of the radiographers, this is the first chemical we're talking about. It's called sodium hydroxide. Okay? Sodium hydroxide. Another name for it is called caustic soda. It comes in 2 forms. Okay, it comes in a flake-like form. This is a flex. This actually one of the forms it comes in, and it also comes this way in a powdery form. Alright, so whichever one you can lay your hands on is okay. It's better. Caustic soda. We'll get along. You get to see how it is being used. Caustic soda. Okay, so the next one here is what we call borax. Borax is also used in this business very, very well. Okay, another chemical not put in here is what we call soda ash. Soda ash, you can write it down there where you are, soda ash. Another name for it is sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate. And it is used also in this business. Sodium carbonate or soda ash is what is used to produce detergents. Okay, its duty is to wash off dates. Alright, so during your melting process, you actually use it to wash off dates from the silver and present you with a very pure silver. Now, this is another chemical, and the most important chemical of all, sodium sulfide. And this is the very almighty chemical. Yeah, I know you've been waiting for all this while. You've been waiting to know which is the almighty chemical, and this is the almighty chemical. Okay, now I just had to put out all of those chemicals so you can know what we're talking about. But if you have this sodium sulfide, you don't even need any of those chemicals. With this sodium sulfide, you can just do anything. Go ahead and then do your work. Do your work. And it's awesome. It's a wonderful chemical. I tell you, a wonderful chemical. So this is the father, this is the baba, the chemical that sends all the silver out of any liquid. Any liquid, this chemical sends the silver out straight to your doorpost. Alright, so that's it. Alright, because quickly, the next thing you will need, you need some buckets. Okay, yeah, some buckets, tops. Just have it around you. Okay, and then the next thing is crucible or melting dish. Right? This is what we'll be using to melt. Though crucible is a little bit hard to find, it's always imported. But there is another device we use in place of crucible. So as we get along, I will show you. That one is easily accessible. And okay, and you need a digital scale to actually weigh. In silver recovery, in precious metal recovery, this is the required scale for measurement. Okay, so we don't use any other type of scale. We don't use the one you see in the markets, the Turkey scale. No, we don't use it. We don't use it. And we use this particular one because this one gives us our readings in digital format, and it gives you accurate reading, so you can know what you have. So, I want to lay your hands on it. You can actually get it at any catering, okay, in any outfit that sells catering stores, because caterers use it to actually measure quantity of powder they use in baking and all of that. So anyway, they sell catering stuffs, you can get this particular digital scale from there. And back to the sodium sulfide aromatic chemical. To get those chemicals I just listed, check your in any chemical market around you. Check any chemical store around you too. And please, why buying those chemicals? Please. Listen, why buying these chemicals? Try to buy industrial type of chemicals, because most people go, most of the people that want to sell to you, they'll go and they'll buy the industrial type. They'll buy it, some quantity of it, and then come to retail to you. And then now package it and retail to you at a very costly price. So when you want to buy, go look for industrial types. Okay, ask where you can buy in bulk. That's what I'm talking about. Then buy it, and then you get to use it. They are not costly. They're not costly like the sodium sulfide. It shouldn't cost beyond 2,500 and 3,000 naira for a kg. If you can buy half kg, no problem. It all depends on the and it depends on the amount of stuff you actually want to recover. So it shouldn't be beyond 2,500 or 3,000. If it goes beyond that for a kg, please leave such places. Those guys, they want to finish you. Don't buy. And all of these ones are not costly. I think brothers can buy brothers for 100 naira. It can be retailed for 100 naira. And sodium sulfide should be around, sodium hydroxide should be around 250 naira or 300 naira. Depends on the quantity you need anyway. So that's that. And where can you get this sodium sulfide? I told you the chemical stores around you, but those that actually use it are actually those that are into textile designing. Okay, those that sell stuffs for dye. It is used to produce dye, which we should use in dyeing clothes. So you can get to such people, ask of such areas, and you'll be able to see sodium sulfide. The other chemicals are very easy to get. The other ones, wherever they sell chemicals for soap making, you can get the other chemicals I just showed you. Alright, so quickly, the next thing you need is what we call the silver estimation paper. This one estimates the quantity of silver in every liquid. You will need it. It's very important. It's very, very important. It tells you the accurate accurate grams, accurate measurement and quantity of silver in every liquid waste. So you need it. It's not always costly, but you won't see it in the market. You won't see it in the Nigerian market. It's not sold in the market. Another name for it is called yellow litmus paper. It's always imported. The ones we get, we import them from India. Okay, so it's not always costly. You can have it. You have the ones for 10 sheet. You have the ones for 20 sheet. All right, so 10 sheet should not buy beyond 4,000 naira, and if you have the full 120 sheet, you shouldn't go beyond 7,000 naira. Or 7.5, it all depends. So I advise you go for the cheaper one, the quantity that comes with 10 pieces, and then use it. Don't always use one completely, just tear it and then use. And I'll show you how to use the paper. It's awesome. It's awesome. You'll like it. And then finally, the next thing here is copper wire. You need copper wire. Copper wire. Now, where there is no silver estimation paper, copper wire can take the place of that. So you can use it, and you can use that and get along with this business. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So just do our best and give it the rest. So see you in the next video. Peace out.